Hi, my name is Victoria with W, and I'm sharing my journey on how to create a happy and fulfilled life after recovering from severe depression and burnout for 5 years. Today I would like to talk about a very important yet underestimated topic, which is structure. Creating structure for yourself, for your daily life, for your goals, for your future. And I don't mean by that you need to plan out every little detail of your day, that you need to know what are you gonna do the next month, the next years. You need to allow flow. But the issue is you cannot allow for this to happen if you don't have basic structure which suits you. This is what I'm talking on my channel all the time, that you need to find out your individual way of being, of operating, and you need to support yourself through structure, emotionally, physically, all those good things. Because we see on the internet all this generic advice, right? And people like me, and I think that many people can relate to that, especially those highly creative, highly sensitive, intuitive people, intelligent people, right? Who operate a little bit different than the average, let's say. Those generic advice doesn't always help. It sometimes made my life even worse. I was thinking to myself, why can't I stick to routines? Why can't I stick to goals? Like, I know I want to create structure for myself. I know I want to accomplish things. I mean, beside the fact that I was highly anxious, highly depressed, highly overwhelmed by life, dysregulated, I never had a sense of safety. I didn't even know that safety is a thing. Like, I remember when I was crying and a friend held me and she said to me, "You are safe now." And I remember at that moment, this is a thing. This is a thing you tell people when they are like emotionally overwhelmed or desperate or whatever I was going through at that time. This is a thing. Anyways, I was losing track. I'm gonna make the next video about flow and safety. I think these are very important topics. What I preach on my channel is that you need to figure out your individual way. You need to figure out your individual way of operating, of going through life, how you deal with emotions, with challenges, how you can support your needs, your body, your physiology. This is for everyone individualistic. And we have a society, unfortunately, where we have a way of being, a way of going through life, and we put it on everyone else. And then we expect people to be functional human beings, but this is not, you need to find out what you need. You need to find out what supports you the best. And some people operate differently, and it's a good thing. It's a good thing. Imagine everyone would be the same. Imagine everyone would have the same opinion. Imagine everyone would have the same strengths. We would die out. We would die out. We learned very early in biology that we have different gene pools, and when they mix with each other, we have strengths, we have resilience, right? So it's a good thing that people are different. It's a good thing to be individually, to stand out, to do what you're good at. Why are you forcing yourself to be good at something you are not naturally talented at? Because we have weaknesses. All humans have weaknesses. We are not God. In a broader sense, yes, but at the end we are still human, right? So you need to leverage your strengths, and you can only leverage your strengths when you know how you operate, who you are. And this takes time. This takes time to get to know yourself. Some need longer, some, are very quick at it. Some have support because people tell them, "Oh, you're intelligent, you're creative, oh, you're so athletic." Whatever people mirror back to you, it helps you to see what your strengths are, but also maybe what you are lacking. Communication, clarity, empathy, right? And if we take this very, very seriously, right, you can create structure for your life which supports you, which is not forcing something onto you. Discipline, pushing, forcing, harder, stronger, until we burn out. Until we cannot do anymore. We cannot cope anymore. We have midlife crisis. We have, people being miserable, being depressed. And I know what I'm talking about because I was this person. And I'm very fortunate that I'm still very young. That I have no choice than dealing with my shit, because now I'm 30 years old and I can finally, for the first time in my life, say I have a sense of confidence, a sense of self-worth, and a sense of self-understanding, that I can set boundaries. I can claim my needs without offending others. I mean, they are still offended, but I know I haven't said it in a way that they could be offended, so it's their responsibility, right? And now I can create a structure for my life so I can thrive. I can go into flow moments without losing myself, without being everything chaotic, without not knowing what to do, where to go, what to eat. Like, I was so overwhelmed most of the time. It's insane. But I was pretending that I'm not overwhelmed. I was, having this performance of a charismatic, confident. I mean, I was always confident, but at the same time, not really. I don't know. I'm weird. But we go with the flow, because I truly do think that my weirdness, my difference, makes me special, and that I can inspire people, that I can help people. I don't want to tell you what you have to do. These times are over. I'm not a coach telling you this is how you should do that. I'm not telling you this method worked for me and you need to apply the same method. No, this is not how this world works. We are all individual. We need to leverage ourselves, our strengths. And I want you to develop self-trust and self-understanding. That's all I want from you. I don't want you to tell you what you're supposed to do. I spend most of my time alone. I do not recommend anyone spending most of the time alone. It's lonely. It is my way of figuring out who I am, understanding my depthness. It's my way, it's my path, right? But it's probably not yours. So, creating structure for yourself means, as I said, leveraging your strengths, taking your weaknesses into account, and creating a life, a structure where you can thrive. Because at the end, we all want to be happy, we want to live fulfilled lives, and we want to thrive. And I want you also to thrive, because I have an assumption which is guiding my heart, that if everyone steps into their purpose, right, that we have a wonderful, beautiful society and everything gonna work out. We don't need to force people into working jobs they hate. We don't need that. We need you to understand who you are, gain self-trust, gain self-understanding, and leverage your strengths. And if everyone does so, there's no jealousy. Why should you be jealous of someone if you have your best life? And everything would just work out perfectly. I'm so sure